now that the sentencing has been given?
So when I look back at what initially happened and how it was kind of being a little bit messy at their dinner party about how she sounded like she was drinking, I kind of said it in a way where I was concerned, genuinely concerned. What a lot of the viewers do not know is that me and Karen had cultivated a close relationship after I came on season 7. I would talk to Karen on the phone at least once or twice a week when she would be backpacking or walking in Great Falls or whatever. In Potomac, she always walks. And she'd call me, we'd have conversations. And so me and Karen did grow very close. So I can understand. I feel like Karen was really upset with me because she couldn't really talk about it. And having a legal team that's saying don't speak on it, hindsight, I should have been a little bit more supportive with Karen initially and, kind of left the mess off the table that first conversation and kind of gave her the opportunity to come to me or me speak to her one-on-one and say, Karen, what's really going on? And I honestly believe Karen is a good person. I feel like all the girls, all the OGs are great people. So I really don't. I wish her well, and I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for everybody that's involved because I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
I have one last question, and we're good to go. On social media, there has been this kind of sentiment amongst certain sectors of the fans, and I don't want to put my personal thought on it, but they say things like, "Oh, this storyline isn't Potomac. This isn't Housewives. This is Love and Hip Hop." Hey, to the people, what's going on? Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. Well, it's working. I didn't think the audio was working. Chase, I need you to do what you need to do. Bitch, it's going down. Bitch is going down. But before we get started, thank you guys for tuning in. We got a quick happy hour for you guys, but we definitely are going to go ahead and talk about all of the things, okay? Because y'all got me fucked up tonight. Yes, you had me fucked up yesterday. As a matter of fact, you had me fucked up at the beginning of the season. Do you hear what I'm saying? What do you, oh, I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. What am I on here having bad taste about today? The only bad taste I had was the last time me and you hung out. You were the bad taste. Catch. Now, with that being said, they had me fucked up earlier in the season. I have not really done many recaps here on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on No Chaser TV. By the way, my name is Chase. Thank you for tuning in wherever you're tuning in at, whether you're on X, YouTube, or Facebook. I greatly appreciate it. Whether or not you're listening to us here, watching us here live, or listening to me on No Chaser TV, the podcast with Chase Brown. I'm going to let you know that this is going to be very expletive heavy today because I am fed the fuck up. Okay? If you want to get a full breakdown of my thoughts on the actual finale episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, tune in to me at 8 o'clock with the gang over on the lean as we'll go ahead and review the actual episode. But right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about the mess. Tori B should be joining me in any moment. Let me give you 1 second before I get started to see what she's at. Okay, so she'll be here in a few moments. But while we're doing that, as we all know, Garcelle has gone ahead and announced that she is going to be leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And so from there's been a myriad of things that have been discussed. Kempire yesterday went on his platform and said what he had heard allegedly about the reunion. And I'm not going to confirm nor deny Kempire's allegations. Excuse me. I too have heard things about the reunion, and I have to be very careful about how I word this, but what I will say is what's already common knowledge. In my opinion, based off of what I was given, it was definitely a gang up on Garcelle. It was definitely the ladies having issue and grievance with things that she said throughout the season, but did not address her throughout the season four. And there was a lot of focus on Garcelle and not each other, which is classic Fox Force 5 uh, mentality and behavior. I can't speak to whether or not Bose said that she was going, if it were her, she would sue, which is something that the Kempire did allege. I can't speak to that, but I will speak to the fact that Bose did definitely air some grievances out with her. And in my opinion, the all skin folk ain't kinfolk post that Garcelle posted was about Bose, and it was not about Anne Marie, because we already know Anne Marie, she ain't skin folk and she ain't damn kin folk. We already know that that's a COON folk. That's what she is. We already know that to be true. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second to pull up some things for the people. But before we do, make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you can, so that way you'll be notified when we go live. Thank you so much for making this week such a huge success across all platforms for No Chaser TV. Uh, we are paying bills, so don't be afraid to send a super chat. We love to see those. Thank you so much, especially if I want to risk my tail by telling you what I know. And we'll be joined here with Tori B in a few moments. So let me go ahead and get that up. Let me go ahead and go to nochasertv.com's Instagram. We can go ahead and get all of the things going. Oh, Tori B's already up. Okay, I didn't know. Hey, Tori B.
Hey y'all. Let me get this headphone out my ear.
You talking?
Can you hear me? No.
Okay, there we go. I can hear you. Sorry
You
about
can hear
that.
me
What's
now?
going on?
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's T?
Now
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you froze for a second.
Okay. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I partaked in a little wine Wednesday with the
Oh,
women.
Lord, Jesus.
What does that mean?
Drunk.
Nah, I ain't drunk. I sobered up on the way here.
Boo.
A little bit. It still might be in there.
Okay, so as you see, you guys, I am here on the No Chaser TV Instagram page, where we're going to go ahead and pull up Bose's announcement. So let's go ahead and listen to it.
You Garcelle.
Oops, excuse me, Garcelle. Two black women do not look alike. I'm just so mad at Bose right now. That's the first thing on my mind.
A wild ride. I mean, some amazing things have happened, and some hard things have also happened, but it's been a ride nevertheless. One of the reasons why I'm leaving is my family, my boys. Their last year of high school is next year, and I want to be a part of that. And Jade is starting a new career, and I want to be a part of that too. And secondly, I have the most exciting projects that I am developing, producing, and acting in. I can't tell you anything right now, but you'll know soon. I just want to say thank you to Andy Cohen, to Bravo, NBC Universal, Evolution, 32 Flavors, the producers, the crew, and of course, the ladies. Andy Cohen says I can come back anytime. The door will always be open. So you never know. I might pop back in sometime. To the fans, I want to say thank you so much. You guys have cheered me on, supported me, and sometimes even fought for me or on my behalf. It means a lot. And I hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. So see you later.
All right, there you have it. She gave us a see you later. What she should have did was give Bose, Erika, Dorit, and Kyle a see you next Tuesday. That's what she should have did. Because it has now come out, thanks to the Kempire and other sources, that basically her decision was made at the reunion when she chose to, as we've seen in the trailer, leave early because she did not like what was happening in the line of questioning that was directed to her. I do have direct quotes from the reunion. I cannot spill the direct quotes that I have because I've been asked not to. I cannot confirm nor deny anything that the Kempire has said because that's not anything that's come across my desk about the reunion, being honest with you so far. So I don't know if what he's saying is what he's alleging is 100% fact. However, from what I gathered and ascertained based off of what I was told, it definitely was Kyle came for her, Derek came for her, Erika came for her, and Bose also came for her. And so there we have that. So from there, Garcelle announces her exit. We see the trailer. She did not stay at the group photo. And there's an interesting comment that she makes at the beginning of the reunion. And then to see her not be in the group photo is sad. So when you hear that, you guys are going to be like, daggone. And I'll give you that. I won't give you what she said. Just know that when she says something, y'all know to trust me, right? Okay. So, because you're going to know it as soon as you hear it. And from there, the reunion happens. She leaves the reunion early. Everybody's kind of under the impression that she quit. She came to Watch What Happens live last week, and Andy says that he spoke to her, but he wasn't quite sure that she actually was going to do it. Yesterday, she does it. Last night, Erika Jane and Bose go on Watch What Happens live and acted like two assholes. I cannot play the clip in video form, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is risk the copyright. Oh, I hope I don't get copyright stricken over this. But I'm going to go ahead and play some of the audio because we definitely can't play the video. I'm going to play some of the audio from what they did last night and how they acted a complete fool.
I'm sorry, I was muted.
She was departing from the show. Thoughts on that announcement? Please. No thoughts on it? Neither of you?
You can say so. You say so.
Look,
Won't he do it?
Okay.
Well, I mean, look, I am disappointed
Okay.
that she is departing like this. I wish that she would have stuck around to work out another season.
Okay. Well, I think the viewers are probably saying departing like what? You mean after the reunion?
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Well, also, like when we were at the reunion, and I know that she was upset. And obviously, we've known that she's quit for 2 weeks. Okay, we knew this. But when you were there, I didn't understand.
You knew that she quit. I didn't know that she quit for. Well, no. When she left the reunion. No. When she left the reunion, I wasn't totally sure. She and I had a conversation
but
here
she
last week.
But she did not take the cast photo with us.
Right. That is true.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
that is a clear indication that I am leaving.
Zoel said the audio is low. I wasn't supposed to be doing that no way, Zoel. However, so that's what they did. And then from there, Bose posted, because when she woke up this morning, I'm sure she saw the onslaught of fans that definitely called it for what it was. She acted like an ass and it was a bunch of bullshit. And so now she's gone ahead and released this statement in regards to the departure of excuse me, the departure of that lady. The departure of Garcelle. Okay, thank you. 1 second.
Oh, she released a statement because that seat got mighty hot. You aligning yourself with a bitch who laid on her back with an old decrepit man who stole money from victims and whatnot.
You're talking about Erika?
Yes.
Oh, we're talking about Bose right now, baby.
No. I know, but what I'm saying is she aligned herself with her last night.
Well, just 1 second. Let me get the report out, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Can you see that?
No.
No. Okay. I'll go ahead and read it.
You gonna read it?
Well, first of all, I can read. I just can't see. So
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Let's just make sure that everybody knows that. You know,
He can
doesn't get
read,
that
he just
twisted.
can't see.
Yeah, just let's not get that twisted, divas.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, because they didn't know. They'd be like, what the hell? All right. It says to Garcelle for your pioneering bravery and grace in 5 seasons of RHOBH. Well done. I wish we'd had more time to excuse me. Yeah. I wish we had more time together on this platform to continue showing the world that both of us can exist in the same space with different offerings and different opinions and besties, meaning, you know, different besties, hers being Garcelle's being Sutton, hers being Dorit, but still find a way to resolve our differences without tearing the world apart. And that we're able to shine bright together and individually too. You're leaving on your terms, and while I'm disappointed by your exit, it is commendable. I'm wishing you even greater success. Onward, with respect, always, Bose. Let me tell you something. Before you get on yours, let me just get Bose together right now. It's a bunch of bullshit, okay? We know a carefully crafted PR stunt when we see one, because where was this grace, this level of maturity, and this level of well-wishhood last night on Watch What Happens Live? You sat up there, you was up there being snarky and nasty and let Erika get away with a lot of things. And for someone who may or may not have allegedly got at the reunion and may or may not have confronted allegedly Garcelle about may or may not sticking up for her when Sutton said that it appeared that Bowles was almost angry when she confronted her at Dorit's house, you did the exact same thing. I'm not even disappointed in you because I knew when you were clinging to Dorit as closely as you were, and you were jumping in defense of Dorit on a lot of situations that you were not privy to. You weren't there before, during, and you were only there for the after. That something in my spirit didn't sit right with you. And it is because what these people are allegedly saying about you all over social media in regards to how you treat a Black woman in the workplace. And then you go ahead and you say, after the reunion that you guys had, where she stormed off and was pissed and posted all skin folk and kinfolk. Well, I know that she's not talking about me. I'm just going to operate under the assumption she's not talking about you. BS, you know she was talking about you, which makes you even more dangerous because you didn't own it and say she must be talking about me, but whether she is or she's not, I said what I had to say at the reunion, and it is what it is. And if she doesn't like it, that's not for me to make her like. You get what I'm saying? Instead, she played coy and played coquettish, like, oh, well, I don't understand why she would do that, and I know it's not about me. Bullshit, you sneaky. Then number two, you get up there and you act like an ass on Watch What Happens Live last night, and you post that bullshit. I am done with Bose. Go ahead. I don't expect nothing from Erika because Erika has been looking for Black acceptance her whole career.
And fetishize Black penis. Okay?
And fetishize Black people. Okay, won't he do it? That's a little insider joke. It's an insider joke away from you, not for you, bitch. Go ahead before I get upset. Go.
I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I did not watch it. I saw clips, and I'm glad I didn't watch it because I was rooting for you, Bose. I really was. Let me be very clear. I work in the corporate world, and I would never be a woman like her. You stepped on another Black woman to gain white acceptance. You aligned yourself with two broke heifers on the cast, the brokest heifers on the cast. Let's be very clear with that. Erika, we watched you redecorate your bum ass rental. And there's nothing wrong with renting.
It is if you're a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills.
There you go. That was the point I was about to make. We watch Beverly Hills for the extravagance, and you and Dorit clearly do not fit the bill anymore. So guess what? We could clean up this cast, and you and Erika's ass can go. And by the way, Erika, since you got so much to say, somebody need to repo them earrings that she refused to give back, and that money needs to go to those victims, them orphans that your husband defrauded. This heifer got all the audacity. Ain't nobody booking you, babe. And you got the nerve to be talking about Garcelle's beach house in Bakersfield. And what do you have but a rental? She has 2 places. Okay? Regardless. And she got it on her own. Not by laying on her back with some ugly, decrepit white man like you did. Let's be clear. You're a sugar baby. And your sugar ran away because your husband defrauded a whole bunch of people and stole their money. So I need Erika to humble herself. But I'm going to tell you this. I won't be watching next season unless there's a...
Oh, yeah, I'm done. They're
done with this.
They're going to have to get a whole new... They're going to have to get a lot of new cast members. And
I respected Boz because I know her resume as a Black woman in corporate. But there's some shady shit behind that too. She didn't walk clean away from some of those jobs. And did you have to step on other Black women to get into those positions? I would like to know. And I absolutely knew Garcelle was talking about her. You aligned yourself with Dorit from day one. And that is when I stopped liking her ass. Dorit is broke, baby. Her house is on the way to foreclosure. And let's be clear. I am excited. And I'm going to say this because, I am excited for Garcelle. I'm glad she did this shit on her terms. And she left while she was up. Okay? But she got enough projects that she don't need this shit.
I just think it's really rich that you would sit up there and tell someone that, they're not interesting if that's all that they had to offer because we know nothing about their private life. When, what we got from you this season was watching you redecorate a garage apartment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be stuck in 3 and 4 years ago and continuously attack people about situations that you were rightfully placed in because your husband allegedly did things that were unscrupulous and you were married to him and you reaped the benefits of those rewards. So if Sutton didn't ask or Garcelle didn't ask, everybody would have acted like it was nothing going on but the rent. When if the shoe would have been on the other foot, and when the shoe has been on the other foot, you girls have pressed other ladies in the past for less.
So
which is why Kyle gets absolutely no, I don't give a damn about Kyle. If I was Garcelle and Sutton, I'd call her dyke every chance I got. You want to know why? Because you did it to Denise every chance you got. You deserve no sympathy. Okay? Nobody cares about these women anymore. And the thing is, they're going to have to get rid of. Okay, so Garcelle's gone. Honestly, we got to have Erika's got to go, or Dorit's got to go, or both of them can go. Honestly,
both of them can
not
go.
Dealing with another season of Broke Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm not dealing with it. Okay, and I would love for Kyle to go, but Garcelle going, so now Kyle ain't going nowhere. So let's just get it in our heads, and let's Kyle quit too. Kyle is not getting fired, so everybody could just let's be realistic about this. So it looks like we're going to get we could probably get Boz, Sutton, Kyle, and either Erika or either Dorit. And personally, I don't want neither Erika or neither Dorit, but I don't see them getting rid of both of them now that someone like Garcelle has walked away. However, it's not enough to make me want to come back. They're going to have to add 3 to 4 new women and a face from the past. And, Brandy Glanville would have been a perfect blast from the past, but that's never going to happen. So we can get that up as well. And if it's Lisa Rinna who replaces Garcelle,
you could definitely kiss my ass with that. Here's the other thing. I'll take it a step further because Dorit is not in that preview. Dorit had the nerve to say to Sutton, "Your house is on the main street." Girl, that woman owned properties and businesses. Did you really say that? I don't care if her house is on the main street. Your house is in foreclosure.
And they sit there and let them talk to them any kind of way. I sure hope. And you know what? If I was Sutton, I would have never apologized for calling her poor Reet and Brokey. You're absolutely right. You that's what you are.
She shouldn't have apologized. And she's absolutely right. My wallet does not match your wallet. Okay? You don't even pay your employees.
Let me put my wallet down so you can stand on it. so we can see eye to eye on this. Okay, maybe that's what it takes.
Something ain't strong enough. She should have stood on that because she's absolutely correct. So
I
those
got a hot take about something I'm going to reserve until 8:00 on the lean.
Okay, them two broke heifers, they can go. You can cut them because I watch housewives for extravagant lifestyles and mansions, and at this point, Dorit, I don't even want to hear about her. PK said he not filming this season. I don't even care about your divorce, sweetheart. And Erika, we don't care about you either. Erika Jane, you're not booked. I don't know what you're doing. Remember, you couldn't sell no tickets when you was on Broadway as Roxy in Chicago.
It has come across my desk that Bose has since deleted the post that we just showed.
Oh, she did? How raggedy is that?
Well, it's on No Chaser TV if you guys want to see it. Because I'm not taking it down. Very disheartening. You guys got a lot of venom from us. Very disheartening to see how this all went down. For me, at least, I definitely, did champion Garcelle. I called Garcelle out. There are some things that Garcelle did wrong. There were some things that she was persistent about. I wish she wouldn't have been as persistent about. But the way that she was treated since her entry into the show, to the point where they had separate group chats, to the point where Kathy Hilton said that allegedly one of the other ladies who it is deemed to be Lisa Rinna allegedly said they wish that, a black girl wouldn't have got on the show or something like that because, they didn't want to make it all about race, basically, boiling down to that. So she's dealt with a lot of mistreatment on this cast. Then we've dealt with, having to deal with Anna Marie, who I told y'all was not going to be any help in this situation. And then we get to Bose, who was a sneak and a snake.
Disappointing. Aligning yourself with losers and brokies.
They spoke about her kids, which we all know, which was nasty. They've thrown her book in the garbage, which was nasty, and made light of it to the point where Andy jumped in. Yes. Everybody says that Crystal was going to step in, but if you don't remember, I'm going to remind you, Crystal's first season, when Garcelle finally broke down at the table and said, I feel outcast because I'm black and you guys are white, and I feel like there's a level that I will never get all the way in because you girls don't let me in. And Crystal turned around and said, I don't feel like an outcast. These girls have welcomed me greatly. So miss me with the crystalism. Sutton, finally revealing her hand and showing that Garcelle, although a good friend to her, was nothing but a placeholder for white acceptance, because she is at the end of the day, white, period. And I don't give a damn who watching over here. Y'all know I love everybody. We have white viewers, but I don't tiptoe around white fragility, and that's never going to happen. And y'all know I say it with love, because I don't believe all white people are like that. But if I call a spade, I got to call the spade, and I will do so. And so, there's just been a myriad of things that have happened throughout the years, to the point where Dorit said, oh my God, are you going to hold us hostage forever about the son thing a year later, when you're holding us hostage years later about whether or not your house got broken into? Girl, miss me with the bullshit. If you think that she could go ahead, that y'all can laugh at her child, and then you could go ahead and press her on a time for which she should forgive and move forward with y'all asses, then she could bring up whether or not she feel like she think it's a robbery in that motherfucking house or not. Y'all got me fucked up tonight. Let me tell you something. I hate Bravo sometimes. And let me tell you why I hate Bravo sometimes. Because what they do is they stick black people in these situations. Y'all see it on Southern Charm going on right now with that sister out there on Southern Charm looking crazy as hell. Hopping and skipping behind that white man. We see it on Southern, what is it called? Summer House right now with them black girls, and the girl with Wes and Wes dogging her, making her look crazy. We've seen it year after year after year after year on Beverly Hills. We're going to see it in Miami this season. Allegedly, Julia throws a drink in Gertie's face. We see it time after time after time, where they stick us in these situations with these group of people and don't give us the support. And when these people treat black people any kind of motherfucking way, we are the ones left holding the bag, and we have to deal with it. Their feelings are not hurt, ours are. If you watch the Real Housewives of New York season 13 and saw the way Ramona Singer acted the ass at Black Shabbat. The only people who get hurt in these equations are the Black viewers who have to continuously endure this and watch it because we love the platform. Unfortunately, we are not supported when it is us. It's fucked up. I'm sick of it. Personally, I'm sick of it. Do you know? I wasn't going to say anything. Do you know that the Countess Luann de Lesseps, that lady who was dressed in blackface, that lady who has made fun of Native Americans, that lady who has done a lot of racially crass and insensitive things, do you know that she came to Jacksonville, Florida? I sent a PR request to interview her, and I don't even know if they looked at anything, but they immediately shot it down. I don't even know if it got to Luann. So I can't be, but that's what we deal with, the Black outlets. Bitch, you better be lucky somebody wants to interview your raggedy, no voice having ass. Hello? Immediately shot down. We're not respected in any medium across Bravo. You mean to tell me you can't give up 5 minutes for an interview in Jacksonville, Florida? Really, Diva? For someone who did love you and did respect you, I don't take it personal. You get your yeses, you get your nos. That one felt a little bit different. I am not up here to toot our own horn. You may look at the number on Facebook, on Instagram, or you may look at the number on YouTube. And we've worked very hard for every number and every follower and every subscriber that we have. But us also not get it twisted. Where you see one might be down, it may be up on another area, because right now on Facebook, thank you so much for watching. We're sitting at 23,000 followers on Facebook, and in the last month alone, 17 million views on Facebook alone. On TikTok, we're over 12,000 this week, and in the last month alone, we've averaged 12 million views on TikTok. So where you may not see it on one, rest assured, it doesn't mean that it's not being viewed and it's not being appreciated elsewhere, okay? So for you to turn down nearly 30 million views across all platforms, if the numbers don't make sense, then what would it be? I'm tired of being disrespected from a Black Bravo viewer, from a Black media professional. I'm just tired of being disrespected. Hey, Katie. Hey, Kyra. Hey, Kyra. I'm going to go ahead and open the phone lines because we're not going to be here long. This is what we came in to talk about, unless there's something else that we could talk about within the next 2 or 3 minutes, because I do have to go to the lean. But again, we just definitely wore out Erika and Boz. We are Team Garcelle. If you like Boz, that's fine. I'm not, on this channel, I don't care who you like. I just care that you continue to support us by liking the video if you haven't already, by subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, or following us on whatever platforms you're watching or not watching. We care about the support, because we are a community that we're building, and the community does not always have to agree, but we just always want to be in support of one another. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much. If you're Team Boz, that's fine. But for me, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. Because what she did was, and then she deleted it. That lets you know she only posted it for the optics in the first place. Because if I said what I said and I meant it, I'm not deleting it. I don't give a damn if the people mad at me, they mad at me. I'm living this life. You're not. I'm privy to something that you're not privy to. But if you automatically deleted it within T-5 after the lashings that you got yesterday, that means it was never genuine, sincere, or heartfelt in the first place, which is why you made sure to add in that notice that you sent, because it wasn't a message, it was definitely a notice. In that notice that you sent, that you were disappointed in the way she decided to leave the platform, which has nothing to do with you sending her a well wish in the first place. Boz missed me with the bullshit. I'm sick of it. Let me go ahead and open up these phone lines. Do you have anything else you want to say, Tori B? Because I'm really done. I mean it.
I know.
I'm going to go ahead. You're going to see me for the next couple of weeks on the lean, reviewing tonight's episode and reviewing the reunion. We'll probably talk about it over here on No Chaser TV as well, because I love y'all, but I'm done with them.
Yeah.
I really am.
What we're seeing is indicative of our society as a whole. As somebody who works in corporate America, I've dealt with issues like this in the workplace. Unfortunately, and this is the stuff we face. This is the trauma that we deal with. And I'm glad she chose herself and said, I'm not, don't stay in a situation that's toxic like this. So y'all decided to dogpile her during a reunion. And I'm trying to understand, why does Erika have such a boner for her? I really am, genuinely. It was a question that was asked because if y'all remember, when Garcelle was on Watch What Happens Live, and they asked her what she thought about what Erika said, which was, Garcelle used to have a roster in the 90s, but now not so much.
What roster have you had?
That's what I'm trying. Old decrepit men.
Well,
I'm trying to understand. She had Will Smith, Johnny Depp, and all these other men. You wish you could. You wish you could. You wish you could. You had her roster, whether it was the 2000s or the 90s, babe. Let's be real. And then you had the nerve to say what we have in common is dating ugly white men. No.
No, you dated an ugly white man. Don't speak for me.
Not only was you with an ugly white man, you was with one that stole, borrowed, and deceived people that he was helping to get settlements for.
All right, we got callers for you.
Yeah, like I don't get it. I really don't get it.
We got callers.
Sorry, I'm just over it. It's freaking annoying.
It's okay, baby. It's all right, baby. Let me let these callers up. Hey, Mel.
I love y'all tonight. I really do. I'm loving the energy because I agree with you all 100%. I totally agree. And for me, I have not watched Beverly Hills religiously since, and I could say it, since Diana was there. It's not really a very pleasant season for me personally because of, that situation. But yeah, I think that for me, I agree with what I was saying. I'm disappointed in Boz, but I'm also disappointed in some of the way that our community has reviewed this program. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me that we had Camille Grammer come out earlier before the season was even premiered this last year, whatever, saying was the series too woke because they had 2 African American women up there. So when I see that Garcelle is gone away in a graceful way, and to see these people who are viewers of this program celebrating and saying terrible things on social media, it really makes me sick to see people in my community on social media, on Twitter or on Facebook or YouTube, seeing Garcelle as a villain. I'm just thinking, what country are you living in? What time are you living in? What year are you living in? We cannot at this time in our lives give anybody any chance to celebrate at anybody in our community's hardship. We can't. We just can't. As far as this idea that Garcelle didn't have a storyline. Well, I'm sorry, but the actresses on Beverly Hills do the same thing, and I'm not shading anybody. This is what they do. They ask questions. Eileen asked questions, Lisa Rinna asked questions, and God bless Denise, but she's a little too dizzy to ask questions. And now Garcelle was asking questions. That is the role of the actress on that show. You have to have some brain cells to understand that, to the viewers and to people who review the show. That Garcelle didn't have to do anything else that Lisa Rinna and Eileen and other people did. Just ask questions. And the fact that she asked questions with more dignity than Lisa Rinna, that doesn't mean that she's boring. Now, to Miss Erika, honey, you don't have a personality. You're basically frozen and fake. And the simple fact is, the only thing that you had on this show was your husband. Now you're saying that the man was ugly, so you only married him for his money. And so he was smarter than you. He tricked you. He used you up. And got you wide open. Now nobody want to deal with you. And the simple fact is, every time somebody's trying to get to your real truth, you turn to a monster. Whether he was at the table and you wanted to bite off Sutton's head, or you were trying to bite off Eileen's head in China sometime when she told about your son. That's Erika. That's a true personality. She's a nasty, mean, boring, fake, frozen person. And I think also the simple fact is, this show is boring. It's boring. This is the same issue that Ebony has. She went over to the Housewives show, which was dealing with people who were octogenarians, senior citizens who out there drinking and throwing up and having problems. And they blamed the Black woman for ruining the show. No, the show was terrible because nobody wants to see older white women in diapers. We don't want to see that. So that's why that show was canceled and they rebooted it. This show itself is boring. And it's going to be boring next year too, without Garcelle asking these questions. You understand? So yeah, Garcelle is not responsible for this show being boring. It's the women on the show being repetitive and one note, in my opinion. I may have a lot to say, but I agree with what y'all was saying. But yeah, I'm very disappointed with the way the country is, obviously. And I really can't. I guess I've been trolling a little bit on social media, on Twitter, because I've been really going in with these trolls, because I just been so fed up with the way they were celebrating. I'm happy Garcelle's gone, but yeah, this is not a celebration that Bose is confused. She's obviously misunderstood and confused, because now she's going to be under attack next year.
And ain't nobody going to be there to save her, man.
And ain't nobody going to be to save her or save Sutton either, So
yeah, I'm done. I'll let you know at 8.
Yeah.
All right, Mel. Thank you so much. Okay, we got a couple other callers. I appreciate you for always supporting. Okay.
Always. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Mel.
Production, go ahead and give me Cohen. Hey there, my baby Coco.
Hey, how are y'all?
We're good. How are you?
I'm all right. I guess I'll first start off by saying that I kind of agree with y'all. I don't think I'm going to watch next season either. I came in, when Garcelle came on. So I guess it's probably important to leave at this point too, because I'm not going to lie. Even though I really enjoyed her time on the show, I feel like this show was like really, really boring. And I think that Bravo, they give them the bigger budget, but they add like the least out of like all the Housewives franchises, I mean. So I definitely won't miss it. And I think, the way that Erika acted last night was really awful. And I've never been a fan of hers anyway. But I think, it kind of bothered me, last night, because I kind of had to think about it. Like when she said what she said about Garcelle's husband being ugly, I kind of took offense to that a little bit more, because it kind of reminded me of like when Eva talked about Portia's daughter a little bit and trying to say that Dennis was ugly. I kind of felt like she was probably trying to say that Garcelle's kids may be ugly too, and basically, using that as another way to say fuck you, fuck your kids, and basically everything that you basically prided yourself on building. If that makes sense. I don't know if I read too deep into it.
Oh, maybe you did. Because don't get me hot now. Wait a minute.
No, but that's how I kind of looked at it, though. But Chase, I mean, there is no room for gray area, because she was saying a lot of shit under her breath last night. So I mean, it's fair to question it, I feel. And Bose didn't step in, Bose didn't step in and say anything, and that was something. And I would actually love to hear what some people have to say about her in corporate America, because they've been she got off unscathed this whole season without talking about her time in corporate America. So I would definitely love to see what people have to say about that. But like you said, they're gonna have to fire some of these girls. I probably shouldn't even put this out here. When I first started watching, I did like Dorit, but the way that she's really spiraled like this, I'm kind of like, it's fucking crazy. And like I said, I never liked Erika, so there's no love lost there. And I never really liked Kyle either. So in order for this show to survive, I think they will. Well, not even for it to survive, they need some new blood. And I think Sutton, we'll have to see. But the fact that Jennifer Tilly was the only one that actually congratulated her yesterday, that speaks a lot. I'll leave it like that.
All right. Thank you so much, Cohen. We appreciate you. And we will hear from you soon, okay?
All right. Thank you guys so much.
No problem. Oh, that's my baby Coco. Sean, come on, Sean. What you got for the people?
Hey, I hope Garcelle went out pop house blazing, because I would have went off on every last one of them before I walked off that stage, especially Erika. Erika talking about Garcelle is not entertaining. What have you done? You don't talk about your life. You was forced to, because it was all out in the media. Because other than that, you would have kept your mouth closed. And then you got mad when somebody asked you questions. Then your true colors came out, because you didn't give a F about nobody but you. I'm glad that lawyer got them earrings, but she was trying to fight tooth and nail for them earrings. No, she don't care about nobody else but her.
She got to keep
what you say?
She got to keep them, unfortunately.
No, the lawyer, they went up for auction, and the lawyer that was doing all the reporting, he bought them for his wife.
Oh,
she got a lesser pair. She got to keep the lesser pair.
Oh, okay.
But that 1 point whatever million that went to that lawyer's wife. He bought them at the auction. And even though I don't think Erika knew what was going on from the beginning, I bet you she knew a couple of years before everything hit the fan, because all the lawsuits was coming to the house with her name on it. And she tried to play dumb. Oh, I just gave them the time. Yeah, no, remember, you smart. You know your lawyer stuff. He taught you a lot. I believe, and this is my opinion, they came up with the plan to divorce him. And then he was gonna act like he had Alzheimer's, and that's how they was gonna try to get out of it. But what she don't realize, the IRS is coming for her next. So she gonna be tied up. She gonna need a job. She gonna need that pool house while she talking about Garcelle's house. You live in somebody's backyard. You can't talk about nothing. And I hope that she went off on Dorit too, and Sutton better stuck up for her. Because I leave her crazy butt behind too.
Well, let me tell you right now, I'm going to get in so much trouble. She did not.
Lord Jesus.
I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for that one. Sutton did not.
I kind of believe it anyway. I knew it was coming because that's why she just got pissed off and said, I'm out of here. But I hope she went off on every last one of them and then walked out. Okay, that's my time. I'm pissed. Okay, bye.
And Erika, but Erika tried to hump on her son too.
Tori B, we got another caller now, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, bring this one up, baby. I have waited so long for Kyra Shaw, attorney at law. Kyra!
Hi, what's up?
Oh my God, I just hear your voice, girlfriend.
I know I'm a little high-pitched voice. I know you got to go, so I'll try.
Well, let me just say this before you do. I'm so honored to have you call in over here, and they brought you out of retirement, eh?
Yeah, I'm sick of y'all. I caught it live. I'm very happy about it.
Come on, what you got?
I know I'm not going to necessarily say anything like no one hasn't said before. I think, I don't think Garcelle would have been someone to stay on forever. I don't think she was going to be Kyle and Erika. I don't think any of that, because she was making a lot of moves outside of Bravo that did take up a lot of time. And obviously we have not seen the reunion. And obviously I do believe Chase, and I do believe what some of Empire say. And if it really does play out that way, it is quite unfortunate. All of them. Well, the one point is that Garcelle doesn't want to bring in a lot to show, or like the women want more from Garcelle. And I just find it interesting because the most interesting things about these women have either had to be cried out or we have never talked about. Erika sat on Watch What Happens Live, gave this whole spill about her poor, sad life, and said she's being sued right now. So I don't know why this season we were not talking about what she was being sued for, which is putting that designer in jail because her and Tom were too broke to pay their bills. Why were we not talking about that this season? Because that's what she's being sued over right now. I don't know why we were not talking about Dorit and his pre-foreclosure this season. I don't know why Dorit could not hang out. He's divorcing right now. We were in financial ruin. I don't know why we're not talking about how Dorit was just on last season at the reunion saying we were better than ever. And then we came on this season. Everyone's supposed to have sympathy for her because they're not getting divorced. That's what happened with Dorit. Kyle, we still do not know why she wanted to separate from Mauricio. We still do not know why. We guesstimate. We have clues and hints. She still has not told us. And then she paraded around this woman like she was in love with her. And then this season came on and told us that basically that one does not exist. So I think it is quite wild then for them to turn around and act like, even though we're mad at Sutton right now, that Sutton and Garcelle have not given us anything on this show. Because we're not going to pretend that Erika does not have mommy and daddy issues. Every time Mr. Tom was on this show and showed an inkling of pride towards Erika, she would break down in tears. Let's talk about that. Kyle and her sister and mommy issues, and why all of a sudden now you talk to Kathy because your family's in ruin and your kids are living their lives and Mauricio's living his life, so now you have time for Kathy all of a sudden? I don't know where the show is supposed to go, because it does seem like Bose came on here and she fit into the extra Fox Force 5 slot. And I think that probably is what pushed Garcelle over the edge. If Sutton was silent and Bose did join in, I could see that being like, I really don't need this. I came here to do what I wanted to do, and that was enough for me. Because it would be ridiculous for this woman to join the show, barely talk to anyone. And let's be real. Erika on the after show and said the reason why Garcelle and Sutton were friends is because Sutton donated $25,000 to a charity. What are you supposed to do at a charity? Are you supposed to not either donate money or donate items or donate your time? Let's be for real. Bose and Dorit's relationship has been Dorit trauma dumping on Bose, and Bose being a vessel for all the stuff that goes on with Dorit. We have not seen Dorit even be a tenth of a friend that Bose has been given to Dorit. We have a bit seen Sutton and Garcelle talk about how they become friends, about being working mothers and going through all that. Still do not know what is the basis for why we have the shot of the reunion and Bose is hanging on to Dorit for dear life, holding their hands. It would be, I don't know what to do. I mean, not what to do, but just kind of where the show is supposed to go, because all these women don't actually want to show us anything. And then when they're being questioned, they want to act like it is such an affront to ask them to do their job on this show. Because again, Erika Jayne, what do we know about you? Dorit, I didn't even know Dorit had a brother until the robbery and the parents showed up. I'm just saying. But we'll see. We'll see.
I thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, sister. Are you coming to the league today?
I'm here. Sometime. I'm gonna watch. I'm
going in here on what's been in the news. I'm gonna go in there for real on what's been going on the episodes, because I haven't been on there in about 6 weeks, so I got a lot to say. And then we may come back over here tomorrow if Tori B has. I don't know. Thursdays are a little iffy for us, so my mom is coming into town, so I don't know, but I'm definitely going to try to squeeze something else back out because I'm not done with this. We got more to say on this one.
I know, because I didn't even talk about how you said she deleted that post. That is wild. That she went deleted that.
That is everything that I clocked up for.
I'm glad you grabbed it before she pulled it down.
Because I know that, but that is wild for, because also let's not forget, Erika said, won't he do it? And looked at Bose. Basically, Bose and Erika and the rest of them have been talking trash about Garcelle. And Bose has been letting them use AAVE to talk about Garcelle and got caught up in it. And then ran to Instagram stories to clean up her mess. And when people were still dragging her behind, went and deleted. That's some wild stuff.
That lets you know that she's not about what she said she's about. She's one of those type of sisters. And I'm going to explain to you what type of sister that is in just a little bit. But I want to thank you so much for giving us a call. I appreciate you. You know I do. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All righty. I am going to have to go. What time is it? I am going to have to go, y'all. I really did want to hear Demisio. I hate to do you like this because I don't want to be unfair to you. Give me 30 seconds, Demisio. You got 30 seconds you can give?
Yes, it's okay.
30.
I understand.
Okay.
I just feel like y'all have everybody that's called in, Chase, especially you, Chase. You know, I live for your dialogue, honey.
Thank you.
Spot on about everything y'all have said about all of this, because I know one thing: if we got to go through another season of Kyle and her bullshit, and Dorit and her less than fabulous life, and Erika and her 2 bedrooms. I can't. I was really done with them when Denise and all of that. Y'all know I love Denise. I was really done with them back then. But this is just really going to make me done with them. And Sonny going to go right out the door with them if what y'all say is true when we see this and she don't stand up for
Have I lied to you yet?
You have not, but I'm just saying for alleged purposes.
Allegedly, though. I don't know if that's true or not.
Allegedly, yes.
Slid across my desk. Sutton didn't do shit. That's what slid across my desk.
So yeah, and we need some more girls. I don't want to see like you said, we stuck with Kyle. So it's like I already gotta accept Brooke, Logan. Other 2 can go. I'm sorry. Because Erika, what have you talked about? What's going on with Erika Jayne other than decorating your 2 houses and still talking about what happened to me when Tom did what he did? That's all you talked about. And you had the audacity to say that Garcelle hasn't shared anything. Who's screwing Erika Jayne? Like, girl, what dates have you been on? At least they've been on dates and showed us that part of their lives. You ain't showed us nothing but the same recycled stuff. So how dare you? At least Garcelle has 2 homes to own. What do you have? Like, girl, you wish you had a career like Garcelle. Like, all of it is just amazing. Like y'all said, Bose, all skin folks ain't skin folks, baby. And I clocked that from a long time ago. I've been saying that about her the whole time.
All right. I gotta go. So thank you so much, Demisio, for your work, okay? All right. I gotta go. I just want to say before I go, the question has been asked and it's been presented to everyone. Where does the show go from here? Straight to hell. And you could take that undermining ass.
Ho?
No, I would never. But okay. You could take that fake well-wishing, undermining, only want to be the only Black woman in the workplace, but cosplay like she for sister unity and togetherness while she's going around spewing black colloquialisms behind our back with that wiggle straight with them. Bye. And yes, I said wiggle.
There's something else I can say, but we'll chat about it later. That's nothing new.
Wiggle. Yeah. Ooh. I'm joking. I'm joking.